Hello everyone. So this video is presenting the doc item maintenance applet, and using the doc item maintenance applet, how you're gonna manage your CP commerce product. So we have our doc item maintenance applet to manage all the type of products. So today I'm gonna show you the basic type and group type of product. So using the doc item, today I'm gonna show, for the first part, I'm gonna show how you can create and manage the basic item and group item, and how you're able to sync the item to the CP Commerce website. So first of all, we have our sidebar menus. So I will explain what is the menus for. The item menu is for have the list of all the items you have with different type of items. And then we have another menu, which is the category group. So you can have multiple category of group, like for example, CP Commerce brand category group or any item category group. So you can differentiate based on that group. So each group can have the multiple categories. So when you are creating any category, you need to determine what is the type of the group. So if the type is CPCOM, then only it will be displayable into the CP Commerce website or your e-commerce website. So here you can create any group, and then using the group creation you created, you can create categories under that group. So here you can select under which group you want to create a new category. So here we have the flexibility to differentiate based on your need. So here you can create the group category also, and after creating those, it will be linkable or addable to the items as a label into the items. So this is the main menu. Is can be used for CP Commerce. So now I will show you how you can add or create a basic item. So first of all, we need to give the item code. So I'm giving one example item code. So here is the type, the basic item, the group item, the bundle item, the voucher item. So I go through with all the type. The basic item is the item which don't have any variation. The group item is something they have the variation, like color, like the RAM, it can be 2 GB, 4 GB, or other variation. So bundle is something you have multiple basic item, and then you are selling the item as a bundle with a specific or discountable price. Then the voucher is a type of item which can be used as a voucher. And there is another service type of item and warranty type of item to calculate the warranty or extended warranty for a specific product. Using the warranty item you can provide. So this is the most used item type in CP Commerce. So the EOM is the unit of measurement. It can be pieces, it can be unit. Based on your item, you can provide the EOM. So here I am creating the basic item. So upon creating the basic item, it will redirect you to the edit of the item. So the first task is you can label the item. So you can categorize the item based on the item category. So as I showed you previously, you can create the categories based on your need. Then all the added category, you can link the item to it. So for example, I am labeling the item as a cloud service. Then you need to set the price. So each item need to be a price to show it in the web. So as you can see, there is a multiple pricing scheme. So for your website, there will be a default pricing scheme which will be used for all the product. So how you will know what is your default pricing scheme? You need to go to the website. So whenever you are using BigLedger website, you also have the access on CP Commerce Admin Applet to manage the website also. So in the website edit, you are able to see which is the default pricing scheme selected for this website. So as you can see, this is the list price. So which means whenever you are creating any price for that price set, you need to set the correct price of the product. So here there is a bunch of fields. Here you can use the sales unit price for the selling price of the product. And then what is the minimum selling price? You can also set. Then what is the maximum selling price? You also can set that part. And what is the unit price before discount? And what is the promotional price? And what is the validate date of that promotional price? You also can set from this pricing scheme. So for now, I just added the sales unit price for this item. So after that, when you set the price, you need to add the item to the marketplace. So adding the marketplace means you are adding the product to the CP Commerce website you created from our platform. So here, as you can see, this is one of our branch, which is as a CP Commerce marketplace. So you need to have the CP Commerce marketplace branch, then you're able to add the item to that specific marketplace. So after adding the marketplace, you need to are able to add description, the product description here in the description menu, and then you are able to add image from this image tab. So how you can add the image? You can click, and then this is the master list of image. Currently it's empty. So if there is no image, you can click add, and then you can upload any image from your desktop. Or so here you can have the file category. Is this a promotional image or a main image or additional image? So the main image is whenever the user will go to that product, or whenever the product will be displayed in a slider or product list, what image will be shown. That is the main image. So by default, the start date and the end date will be set. So actually the date is for promotional image. So if you're selecting the promotional image, then the start date and when the promotional image will be gone, you're also able to set that part. So you click the add upon uploading the image, then you need to select the image. So first here you are uploading the image to the master image, then you are adding the image from master to the marketplace. So you edit the image to the marketplace. Now as you can see, the image is appearing, and then this is the information. So the information is the product name. So there is a bunch of scenario where the item code, whatever is in the master list in the website, you want to name it differently. So sometimes in the master list, the item name can have some short code for internal uses. So to avoid to share the internal code publicly, you can use this product name. So upon adding the name and adding the description and adding the image, you are able to save the product. So now if we go to the website, for now, as you can see, there is only 2 products. If we go to the website, After adding the item to the marketplace successfully, it will be appearing in the website. So the user able to see the product, uh, the listing, and the user able to search the product. So that's how you are able to add any basic item to your e-commerce website. So next, I will show you how you can add the group item. So it's the similar steps. You need to have the group item name and code, and the type supposed to be the group item. So before creating the group item, you need to create all the basic item this group item have. So the EOM, you can also give pieces or based on your need. So here I created the group item. So upon creating the group item, so the similar way you can add the label to a group item. So I'm adding the same label to it. And then you need to add the child item, which is referring to the basic item you created for that. So for example, I created one group item as a BigLedger Cloud Professional group. So this item have the three uh, variation, which is basic, enterprise, and light. So I am adding all the basic or child item to this group item. So after adding the child item, you need to set the price of it. Here you can set any child item price as a group item for display purpose. So then the next you need to add the group item to the marketplace. So after adding the group item to the marketplace, you can add the information and you can add the description of the item. You are already added the child item, so it will also automatically added the child item to marketplace. So after that, you need to add the image of group item. So this is the similar step you need to follow while adding the item and product name. So now you need to you added the item to the you added the group item to the website. Now you need to uh, add and create the attribute for the group item. So the attribute you can say or treat it like a variation. So here you can see we have the attribute set and attribute link. So what is attribute set? So attribute set is a set of attributes. For example, you can have mobile attribute set. So the mobile attribute set can have attribute like color, can have attribute like RAM, can have attribute like model. So these things you can set it together as a set, and each set can have the attributes. So from the set, what attributes you want to use, you can link. So after you added the item to marketplace, you need to add the attribute for group item. Here you are able to select the attribute set you already created previously. So here currently I have only one attribute set. As you can see here, you need to select the attribute type. So there is two attribute type, which is for one is for display purpose and another is for selection purpose. So most of the scenario is for selection purpose. For example, if you are selling iPhone product, so the iPhone have the color and they have the storage. So they are based on the selection of the user, it will show the basic item the user selected. So here you can to allow the user to select the attribute, you need to select the attribute type, or if it's only for view purpose, you can have the specification attribute type. So after you select the attribute type, you need to add the attribute set, and then you need to pick or select the attribute set, and you need to sync the attribute set to the CP Commerce Marketplace. So after you sync the attribute to CP Commerce Marketplace, you need to go to the marketplace and you need to select the marketplace branch, and here you have the child items. So for each child items, the value will be different. So here you're able to see the images. So from here, you also able to add the images of a child item. And then here you're able to set the attribute value for the child item. For example, since we already sync the attribute set, now we able to okay. So from the set, okay, I think we need to go back. Okay. So after syncing the attribute set, you need to set the attribute value. Okay, I think need to delete. After adding the item to the marketplace, for group item, you need to set the attribute set for each child item and their attribute value. So the attribute is referring to the variation. So how you can add the attribute set to the group item, you need to come to the attribute menu, and then you using the attribute set tab, you need to click plus, and here you are able to select the attribute set. So here you need to select the attribute type. So the attribute set you are using, what will be the attribute type of it? Is it selector or specifications? So the selector is allow the user to select the attribute value. For example, if it's an iPhone, then it can be the variation can be the color, the storage. So based on the selection of color and storage, the price or the basic item will be changed. So then you have the product specification. It's only for display purpose. The user not able to see, not able to select any. Only its view purpose. So for now, we are demoing the product selector part. So here you are adding the attribute set as a attribute a product selector type. So after you added the attribute set, you need to sync the attribute set to the marketplace for the group item. So after you sync the attribute set to the marketplace, you need to go to the marketplace and you need to go to the child item to set the attribute value for each child items. So when you were in child items menu, you are able to see all the child items. So for each child items, you need to set value uh, separately. So when you are selecting any child item, so you will have the image attribute options. So you can click the attribute and you're able to see the attribute set and the attribute link option.